Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we're going to be doing a voiceover of this sketch. I'm seeing right now this brush is a bit different. It's not as opaque. It's kind of charcoal-esque. But I would put this in the same category as say the watercolor textured brushes, only because it takes a while for me to build up like an opaque, solid shape. Compare this, or if I'm comparing this approach or the way I'm painting now with the previous episode, where I was painting this blue purple kind of head thing, that one too, it felt a lot faster. It felt a lot more, for me anyway, it felt a lot more just efficient. But here I felt like I had to render stuff more, like I had to use so many strokes to achieve like a more opaque look. Maybe for a longer session where I have to where I have the time to like sculpt things slowly and build things up softly and not as aggressively, sure. But for a quick sketch session, I realized that it may not be the best thing. I do like seeing the brush spacing though. It adds a bit of that natural like grit or tease to your work. I'll be honest, guys, like this looks like the head of your cock, just because of the gland, right? The gland kind of shape in this. I'm seeing it right now. So it does bother me. When I was drawing this or painting this, I had like deep down I knew it looked like a dick, but I tried to make it like a snake. I think I added some fangs here. You will see me add some fangs here. Maybe that helped, but I know even right now you can see it. Like it looks like the head of a cock, or your cock's head, or just the gland. And it did not help that it cleaned up the edge, so now it's a lot more like suckable, I guess. But yeah, I did add some fangs, so I kind of wanted to make it look more like a snake. But again, I did not have this idea in the beginning. I was just following like random strokes and building something as I went. But now it looks like a penis with like some teeth or like a hook. So it's like an alien cock at this point. Or it reminds me of one of those like, those maybe some of you remember this film Tremors. It's an old film. I love the series, by the way. Every single one of the movies. It's even there was a new one like in snow. I think they were in like Alaska or something. I forgot. But anyway, it reminds me of their tongues. Like it has like a snake tongue. They did not have eyes like their tongues, but they look like a snake, and they also had like hooks, I think. I do recommend the first film, Tremors. Super fun, kind of scary when I watched it when I was a kid, but the creatures are killable, so it gives you some hope for society if ever they are actually real. And yeah, they kind of look orange as well, so it kind of reminds me of that. And the hooks, obviously. I did add, or try to add like a jaw. I'm not sure where the eyes were. I think it's somewhere here. I added some like dots. Maybe that helped, probably not. But I do like the texture, but the thing is it takes a while to sculpt things quickly. But seeing like this amount of texture, this amount of grit, it's a nice look. Oh yeah, I think it's because the brush is like it's fixed in one position and it's kind of thin, so it's hard to like, it doesn't have pen tilt, so it's hard to like cover areas a lot quicker because it's limited in that like one angle. So I may change that, but if the proportions of this like creature thing or helmet, whatever, was different, I would be a lot more confident with it. But because of this part, it looks like a dick. Like you may not see it right now because you're kind of zoomed in, but if you look at the thumbnail of this video, cooked. It's a cock. Kind of reminds me of the Xenomorph like alien series. Who's the artist again? Damn, I forgot the artist's name. Like the whole world, the Xenomorph kind of world. It's based on the H.R. Geiger. Yeah, okay. If you check out their work, there's a lot of like, it's a biomechanical, but there's also like a strong presence of like sensual themes. And you will see it in the show as well. I mean, even the face and the whole head of the xenomorph looks like a dick. And some parts even look like when the, what do you call them, the face huggers, right? When they inject their seed onto you, like through your throat, like their underbelly where the seed comes out kind of looks like a does it not? Does it not? I don't mind though. I do like it. Some people find that disturbing, but you know, there's a beauty in those kinds of things. Ew. Anyway, I need to focus on this subject. Again, I don't even like. I'm not thinking mechanically here. I'm thinking shapes. I'm thinking like, where should the strokes go next? Should I hide something? Should I make something darker? I think I should have zoomed out more so I can show. Maybe if I zoomed out more. Yeah, I think I tried to fix up that edge or that silhouette a bit to break down that penis looking thing. But yeah, I think it's a little better now. Right? Adding some extra angles, perhaps that can help my head design, but it's okay. It's not that bad. Oh yeah, and starting the sketch, I decided to go for a red-orange kind of color. And look at that, I'm just adding a bunch of random strokes. I don't always, usually like 9 times out of 10 when I do these sessions, I have no idea what I'm doing. But that's kind of the fun of it, because in the end, like, you don't even know. Like, it's almost a surprise. Like, we're both finding out what's gonna happen. Oh, by the way, this only really applies to like stuff like it's hard to do this when it comes to like human characters, only because you need certain proportions to be there for something to look human. But if you're doing like alien designs or mecha designs or a mix of both, or even some environment designs or concepts, you can be a bit more experimental. So this approach where you start off with random strokes, I think it can be a lot more useful. But for faces, for character art, where you have like humanoids or actual like people, I don't know. Maybe I'll find a technique in the future as I do more character art. Maybe I can find an approach that similar to this, where it's I can feel like somewhat freeing, or I can feel like I'm not so structured, and I can find the structure along the way. I'm not sure if that will ever happen, but we can dream, you know, we can hope. There has to be a method where I can do something like this. Adding some segments, it kind of reminds me of like a crustacean. Right? Even the color of this thing, like this red orange, reminds me of a cooked crab, like king crab, right? Very tasty. Yeah. Wait, let me drink some coffee. Yeah, something's itching in my hand. I'm not sure if it's like allergies or whatever. You know what I hate? When you have like all sorts of problems, health problems, technical problems, you know, problems in general. But the things, they never end, right? There's always gonna be problems, but what are you gonna do? You know, the best you can do is just keep moving forward and just take it like a champ. And hopefully it goes away for a bit. And yeah. My god, my finger's so itchy. Anyway, let's focus on this wonderful sketch. This cock snake head looking thing. Yeah, so the jaw, I'm not too satisfied with it. Maybe I should have made it more blocky, or just as thick perhaps as the head, because I think it's too pointy. Like the head is like super round, but the jaw is like super, like I see a lot of triangles. It's very like angular, so I'm not sure what I was doing there. Right, because I can like squint my eyes a bit, like, and the shapes kind of contradict too much. Like there's not enough if I added something round perhaps in the bottom of the chin, keeping it like the same triangular stuff, but just adding like something round, more round, like as a ball perhaps, and like the bottom of the neck, the chin, something. Maybe that could have balanced something out, but whatever. It kind of looks like a helmet, but it's sort of like opening up. Yeah, this could be like a crab inspired, the crustacean is inspired like armor, where it opens up when like the mask anyway, like the face is gonna be somewhere here, and then it opens up when it has to like when you want to talk or whatever. But then when you're in fight mode or flight mode or whatever, then it closes in shut or tightly, and then like a screen displays or like pops out in that sort of dark insides. But can I talk? I feel like I'm just throwing words that don't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm kind of cooked. My god, it's so itchy. I'm guessing it's the weather, because maybe sometimes, you know, when the weather changes or when the seasons kind of transition into another season, certain allergies can pop up. But I'm just trying to like take my mind off or rationalize or just whatever. I didn't enjoy it, but I do remember struggling a bit, because I think similar to the watercolor brushes, it takes a while to build up the paint. Maybe if I had more time for a longer session, sure, like a longer painting, but for quick paintings, I'd rather be bold. But it's nice to experiment and to know what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Hopefully enjoyed some and learned something. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.